but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
On first down, this is Forte. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made by the rookie Emmanuel Ogbah. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. They stay on the ground. Forte again. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Too quick to the trigger that time. Neutral zone infraction, and that'll cost him 5 yards. A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. On second down, Fitzpatrick again. And it's brought in by Eric Decker. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Second down, looking to throw, Fitzpatrick. Right side, there's Decker. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it, and now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what?
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Again, it's Fitzpatrick. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Devin Smith with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, David Harris. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick. He's got time. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before, getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork to get in bounds and make a great catch.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
Holding offense.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. This will be caught just inside the 10. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. Fitzpatrick now on second down. That's caught at the 1. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Jace Amaro, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This one taken from the 7. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 30. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. And actually, Larry, hold that thought. We're right back to the action. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Now Griffin. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. Play fake to Johnson. Now here's Griffin. And he finds Barnage. He's got it. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catch.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Keith Marshall, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. Following the penalty, it's Forte. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there. It doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the second level. You end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off, didn't have to knock anyone to the side, didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off.
Again they run, again it's Forte. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, how many times do we talk to people before a game and they talk about how toughness is going to win? But we just saw it on that play. 6 defensive backs in the game. Their dime package, they run the draw with all these big people coming downfield. They found a way to get in there, an undersized defense, and win that play.
And he finds Jace Amaro. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key 1st down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the ground.
Offense.
They go play action here on 1st down. Finding time. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. It's the 1st-round pick, Eli Apple with it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they're going to speed things up here. On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. It's caught. It's Barnage over the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. They go play action. Griffin. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. He's got his man on the crossing route. The ball comes out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. A strong running. Through an opening, and there he goes. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. And the D looking like they may blitz. Fitzpatrick now going to give to Forte. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop him here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he's back here in the struggle department in this one like he was a week ago. And, partner, I think you can pin some of this on that O-line. That room to run, just not there.
You mentioned last week that it felt like the offensive line was getting beaten to the punch by the guys across the ball.
Well, it's pretty evident. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Devin Smith with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, Not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
2nd and 10 now. Griffin. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Buster Screen. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They start on the ground with Forte. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They come out here in the eye. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Play action. It's Griffin. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end, Gary Barnage, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On 3rd and 1, Griffin. And this is brought in by Pryor. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. On 1st down, Griffin. He's got his target. It's Coleman for the Browns touchdown. Corey Coleman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Fitzpatrick with a give to Forte. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9. They come out here in the eye. 3rd down, here's Forte. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Brandon Fields now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. He won't go down. He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, Griffin. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job one. Now they have to convert, and then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock, as you noted? So many things to go through.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Griffin will try and throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So the deficit now 3 after the huge conversion, but they need to get the football back.
So this is where special teams really comes into play, because getting the ball back, it starts with this next kickoff. How do they get downfield? Either jar it loose or get the ball back themselves. That's going to be key for them.
And New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close.
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take the knee. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. To a knee goes Fitzpatrick, and that should just about do it. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Brandon Fields now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. Well, certainly a tough...